Are you ready for this?
We're here! Hi, what's your name?
I'm Joe Fowler.
Hi, I'm Ron Popeil.
That shows anybody?
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Tom Purvis, trainer to the trainers.
Hi, I'm Mike Levy.
Hold on to your power rod.
But wait.
What are you doing?
Call now.
Call now.
Call now. Call now. Call or log on now.
Call now.
Call right now. Call in the next 18 minutes. Call in the next 16 minutes.
Call in the next 7 minutes.
Call these numbers right now.
Hello and welcome to Call Now, where we plunge headfirst into the surreal world of infomercial. And while we can't offer you free shipping, we can guarantee that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are definitely those of this network. Thank you, Tim. My name is Dan Sturdivant. I'm joined as always by my co-host on this three-man we've known as Call Now. He's the third most recognizable Johnson & Wales alum that we'll cover in this episode. It's Mark Pedrati. Hey, Mark.
Hey, and you know what? I eat about 1,000 meals a year.
I mean, think about that. You do the math, and you might know this culinary cut up for working without fancy equipment, costly pots or pans, or gourmet gadgets. But I think of him as a combination of Dom DeLuise and a pair of nice sneakers. It's Dave Sandrini. Hey, Dave.
I'll use a pan, and that's it. Looks like a skyscraper. We got to start that over. I'm just kidding. Keep going.
Hey, this guy's real cut up. Listen, if you missed it, check out the link for the full watch party, both as a podcast and on YouTube. Last week we had our very formal introduction to the clever Cleaver brothers. And even if the tuxedos seem kind of fucked up, it was worth every one of those 7 infinibonded layers, because we got racked and stacked with the Vitality Cookware system.
The following is a paid advertisement brought to you by HSN Direct. This is the amount of fats, oil, salts, and grease you consume in 1 year. Introducing Vitality, the next generation of cookware.
So the Vitality Cookware infomercial system was a time travel again back to the lovely year of 1996 to here, where we got basically a full-on Christopher Nolan. We have a show within a show, dream within a dream.
I'm still dreaming.
A double show situation where you have the clever Cleaver brothers.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lee. And I'm Steve. And together, we're the Clever Cleaver Brothers.
Introduced first, followed by the standard infomercial set piece featuring Call Now alum Susan Crenshaw and strange gentleman Jim Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our host, Jim Scott and Susan Crenshaw.
This is a first, right? Where we have two sets of hosts.
I have 2 of them.
On 2 separate sets.
Because most people will get 2 of them.
With 2 separate audiences. Doing 2 separate pitches for the same product.
Yeah. You know what? I think as much as you're going to laugh at me and how much we made fun of them in our most recent episode, they made sense here.
You have a good nose.
And I don't want to get too much into them, but they were like the anti-competition in the focus there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vitality Stackable versus Conventional Cooking Challenge.
When the others could focus on the product at hand.
That's a good point, Susan.
And I actually, watching it again, think it kind of makes sense. So you don't have your 2 hosts like shitting all over these things, and you have these Goombas just like talking shit about the competition.
Yeah, and I think, Dave, you called that out last week too, Rick. I feel like we're going to like this when we rewatch it and start to get into a bit more. And Mark is on board. I'm with you. It's definitely a fun watch. It's weird.
Hey, Sarge.
It's unique.
Hey, Sarge.
But it's definitely a good time infomercial.
This is fun. You want to try the paint stick?
For us, it's kind of a library now, I guess, of infomercials that you expect to see based on the number of views that they have on YouTube. Like, oh, this is probably one that's a hammer or not.
I'm going to cut this hammer up.
But then for some reason, there's this weird area in the 90s where the Power Driver obviously being the best example, this another one of the mid-90s of just something unique happening. But for whatever reason, even like the internet culture of just watch anything to fill your time hasn't caught up to this.
Just take a look on the internet.
Which is something that goes quick. It's pretty cool. Like we said, it's its own way to kind of...
And our podcast, too. They haven't caught up to watching ours yet, either.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, bad job by you. I mean, not you.
Yeah.
If you're listening, you're doing a great job.
Feels great.
I liked it less.
No!
You like it less?
Yeah.
Shut up, Dave.
I only liked it more because Dave said he was going to like it more. Oh.
I know. And I was looking forward to going back and watching it, but the dual narrative was very disorienting, I thought.
Take a look. Right here.
Because they didn't acknowledge it.
Here I am in the light rough.
And sometimes they don't.
No, don't remind me. It makes me feel really bad.
Right? Like even in the Hammer, they didn't really acknowledge the Bo was just going to come in clean cut, looking cool.
Dead center every single time.
And just explaining everything. But like the rhythm of it made a little more sense.
Yeah, well, and that Bo was kind of like the objective third party, and he was called a golf product specialist.
Bo Riles, golf product specialist.
Like, all right, different course. He's doing a different thing, kind of.
Yeah. I felt it was off balance.
It feels more balanced.
And the Cleaver Brothers.
Two guys whose trademark is to bring fun into the kitchen, the Clever Cleaver Brothers.
Definitely didn't like.
Sorry, clever Cleaver Brothers.
The Clever Cleaver Brothers kind of.
We don't want to deal with their legal department.
I will restore law and order.
Or comediansandspeakers.com.
A to Z.
And I play the character of Stu on A to Z.
I'm sure A to Z Entertainment is listening to everything that their algorithms pick up the words clever and cleaver. So they listened last episode.
We got one!
And they're tuning back.
Yeah. They creep me out a little bit. Anyway.
Hey, when you're a star, they let you do it.
Yeah. That's what they're supposed to do.
That's all I do.
Yeah, but
What specifically, David? What was it about these lovely siblings?
why are they different than Arnold?
What do you expect? You're my number one customer.
Why are these guys creepier than Arnold?
No. Dave, this is what they are.
You know what I mean?
They're that little hole that Arnold throws his vegetables down.
5 loaves of meat.
They're waiting down there. They're slopping. They're there to slop it up there.
Yeah.
Eat up, guys. Tell me how good that is.
Couple of trapdoor boys?
Yeah.
If part of the commercial was like, hey, we got to like just stab a couple people for a while.
Uh-oh. Dull blade.
They would use them to stab. They were
Oh, that hurt.
they were punching back.
If the target is there and blown up, you will want to hit it. And hit it again. And keep hitting it.
Boys from Providence?
Yeah. But still, they're not doing anything much different than Arnold.
That's why you're going hungry and you come out starved.
Or even, let's give them somebody else.
Oh, yeah. You gonna try it?
You see what Mark and I are doing? We're rubbing our soul patches.
That's right.
They didn't even cook. Like
They have no heating element below. There's a
they
sticker.
said they're professional cooks, and they didn't cook. They like,
That was exactly what I was thinking.
did impressions and
Confucius say.
banged a couple pans.
Let's put it to the test. Let's give it a shot. Oh,
I think that's the thing, is that they didn't really pitch like we like the pitch.
Back fat and bat wings.
They didn't do the pitch stuff. Like they were kind of like, we're a brother duo that does jokes.
we're the Clever Cleaver Brothers.
Don't you get it? And we were like,
Yeah.
we don't really get it.
don't eat meat.
Well, I think part of it is them being these personalities, right? So they are professional chefs
We used to have a great Chinese chef working here before I got the job.
who turned their love of food and laughter into a unique career as media personalities, cookbook authors, magazine columnists,
Popular Science Magazine.
and as one pundit called them, stand-up chefs.
Oh, sit down.
The best thing about the blurb on A to Z Entertainment's website is they have some unattributed quotes, like the reviewer and a pundit. It's like people wouldn't go on the record to give you their honest opinion about the Clever Cleaver Brothers. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they were known commodities. They were on The Tonight Show. They were on Live with Regis.
You always dress like this too? Yes, actually. Sometime with less clothing, but we got dressed for the show, Regis.
Fox and Friends,
TV.
CNN, Entertainment Tonight. So
We're the Clever Cleavers, and we're here to say we get into food in an intimate way.
for whatever reason, these guys had like a little bit of a moment.
Momentum.
They were a known-ish duo. They're Vegas-style show type of thing. So yeah, they weren't traditional pitchmen, but they were weird, but they weren't absurd, right? Like they also weren't going to a point where it was something we weren't expecting.
Hey, Sarge!
Everything was kind of on the same beats of two guys doing a pretty schlocky, half-assed comedy routine in a kitchen.
Yeah. And I think I would have liked it more if it wasn't this product, which was not a great product.
Introducing Vitality, the next generation of cookware.
You know, like if they
Yeah.
came in for like 2 or 3 minutes on someone else's show, it might have been a little more fun.
Like if they were in that house, like on that set with Billy Mays, and he was like, if they were the guys doing Our Dream obstacle course
Yes.
I love the stair climber.
with the ultimate
Yeah.
ladder. We got the Clever Cleaver Brothers, and the race is on.
If you're vertically challenged,
Winner gets to the top
Yeah.
of the stairs,
step up in safety.
gets to stay in the house.
Like when you're laying low in your motel off the highway.
It's like, wait, one of these guys can't get out there.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, hey, Sarge, I guess I'm gonna hustle.
Hey, Sarge!
And then, bam, Billy shoots one of them.
The Clever Cleaver Brothers.
Was shot in Los Angeles.
Fade to black.
Dave, I love this idea. Is you ask one of them to put their hand out there as you use one of the knives on it. Yeah, it's like
Chopped straight through my ribs.
you make sure that the ladder doesn't click,
Remember that click is the sound of safety?
and you tell one of these numbskulls to
Yeah.
climb up it. Yeah, like I like using them this way.
Now, you don't have to use eggs.
So I guess in that sense, you could have probably fucked them up a little bit in this one.
Can you do a fall?
Could I see a hat wobble?
Sure, yeah, we can do a fall. You need us to do a fall.
And a Flargen style?
Yeah, hold your hands behind your back and just fall on your face.
Let's face it.
Also, can you fire that producer over there?
I'm not going to make light of somebody losing their job.
Go get my dry cleaning.
You've got your dry cleans.
Yeah, what do you guys need? Yeah, they're like two guys who are both characters being played by Joey Gladstone.
Cut it out.
You know, it's just like, both of you, huh? All right.
Yeah, Dan. Joey Gladstone.
Is it about red?
They're
Yes.
just doing the same. Cut it
Yeah.
out. And they would sync up once in a while
Saved you time, space, and money.
and harmonize.
We're the Clever Cleaver Brothers.
There was no value in the two of them, right? If you had one guy who was just a character
Did somebody say muffins?
doing both of those things, that would be funnier.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's more believable or if it's just like, oh, this is just an eccentric cook. Like that feels right. Because cooking isn't a team sport. Maybe that's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, there's no real famous cooking duos in history, right? That's always like the hardest challenges on cooking shows. Like, oh, they're paired with someone to make a meal. It's like, ooh,
That is very sneaky.
Yeah.
that's hard. Like different styles, different views. Then they're like, oh, you put a piece of meat in the bottom.
An identical 5-pound roast
You put a potato in the middle and a veggies on top, and we fucking cooked it.
with all the trimmings using the Vitality Cookware.
Johnson Wales, culinary department. You're welcome, baby.
We asked the leading university.
Not a ring endorsement.
Wait, which one went to Johnson and Wales?
Both of them.
No way.
That's where they met.
No, that's where. No, come on.
That's why Mark's the third
Fourth.
best known alum.
Emerald went there too.
Hey, everybody, it's Emerald.
Man, these guys are very Rhode Island.
No, I said, no, damn it.
God.
You broke it.
What'd I do?
I had you pegged as the third most recognizable Johnson and Wales alum that we would discuss today, and you pushed yourself down the depth chart. I take no responsibility for that. That's on you.
I went to Johnson Inhale.
Oh, smoke weed every day.
You get those suits in Providence?
Brian, you're in a suit.
Wait a minute. This thing for 30 minutes, they don't show you how to cook anything.
Yeah, we got some Southwestern stuffed cabbage.
That's throughout.
No.
That's both narratives. That's the dueling narrative.
Yeah.
The Christopher Nolan effect.
Feel this progression further and further back in time.
It's a pan.
You are the pan.
It's a pan.
I got pan sword on the pan now.
Yeah. It's a pan!
Are you saying pan?
It's a pan that you stack, and it's like you don't have to use the other burners. It's like that's not the issue, man. The issue is which one we have to clean.
That means cooking an entire meal on one burner.
You know?
You still got 10 dirty pans, and now the bottoms are extra dirty, so the other food is bubbling up on them.
Jesse, how'd you find it to clean?
Bad enough with the flame in the burner. But so, Dave, let me give you their origin story since you are so curious. I think it's only fair to bring you and all of our loyal listeners up to speed. So their given names are Lee Garavitz and Steve Casarino, baby.
I'm Lee. And I'm Steve.
And they did indeed first meet as students at Johnson and Wales,
Just watch Mrs. Johnson.
the College of Culinary Arts.
A piece of art, yucko now.
So after graduation, Steve studied under master chefs in London and Paris.
We even have a London taxi cab to make it more fun.
And then his career took him from assignments as a head chef on a Monte Carlo yacht.
With Buddy Cianci.
Contact buddy.
And Lindsay Lohan.
Do what I want, how I want, and when I want.
And Mike Keenan.
I think Mike Keenan's a genius.
To sous chef of the Melbourne Hotel in Brisbane.
Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
G'day, mate.
Let's not.
While Lee pursued a corporate culinary career as a chef at Nashville's Opryland Hotel.
Nashville.
And instructed with the National Restaurant Association and menu development manager for... Any guesses? Fast food chain.
McDonald's.
Breakfast is big. What do we got?
Chick-fil-A?
No. Breakfast, Dave. What do you get for breakfast?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Waffle
Okay.
House.
Wrong. Incorrect. Okay. Think about a different place. Think about a mascot with a big white head with a pointy head. Big white head, pointy head. Comes out of a box. His name begins with a J. And he comes out of a box. It's a fast food
The
chain.
Terminator.
Jack.
Jack in the Box. Nice job, Dave. Take a lap. Several years later, their paths crossed unexpectedly while jogging on the beach in San Diego.
There's no way they were jogging.
I tried jogging.
Come
That's a
on.
meat cute if I ever heard
Classic
Yeah.
love story.
They're not jogging.
Running with the paint stick.
Yep, and that's when they decided to produce a video cookbook for beginners. So it's classic boy meets boy. Boys go their separate paths in the culinary universe. Boys go jogging shirtless in San Diego and decide video cookbook. You know, it's not too dissimilar from our origin story, guys. where we were sitting around drinking beers on Zoom, during a pandemic, and then we're like, let's take our shirts off.
Today's scene, I think, would be a good opportunity for me to take my shirt off.
I like to imagine they jogged by each other and they were like, "Hey, did I meet you in Tijuana last night?"
You're not the bellman.
And then the other one was just like, "No, you fell in love with me in Tijuana last night."
Believe you've got some very pressing problems.
So, Tijuana's really close to San Diego, guys.
Take a look at some of these charges.
Anyway, that's how they met.
That's the Cleavers, man.
I mean, that was a big turkey, man.
They almost needed to have a serious conversation to be like, all right, one of us is going to be the guy.
Yeah.
If this is going to work, maybe one of us should be like, try to run. The other guy can prop. It's the two CEOs complex, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's not going to
They
work.
try to do it.
It's no great.
They kind of try to do it like they do the Gomer Pyle
Gomer, quit your jarring and go look.
thing, and it's like he doesn't fully commit to it.
Hey, Sarge.
If you're the dope, you have to stay the dope.
I mean, he does it twice, but
like if the big guy was running around in the background like falling over stuff while there was a pitch man, that's a bit that works.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
But they weren't all that much less confusing than our other hosting pair, which were Susan Crenshaw, whom we love.
Yeah.
I say the royal we is call now because I know that Dave and I love her, and I think Mark, you're a Susan fan.
You guys think so, don't you?
It's tough to have anything bad to say about her from what we've seen, right?
I'm glad you said that.
Being the counterbalance to your boy Bowen, the perfect steak.
Instead of beef, we're going to go to chicken.
And then here, weathering the assault from Jim Scott.
Yeah.
Where I was legitimately scared the whole time.
What's wrong, Eli?
Just because Jim seems like someone who's from a different era, like not even from the 90s, just seems very disconnected from any time that any of us have lived through. Like a guy would get killed early in a John Wayne movie. Like he would knock something over in a bar, spill a drink, and grab a woman and just fucking ice him, and then like move on to the plot. Like, oh, why'd they have to shoot that guy? Like, you always shoot.
I haven't lost my temper in 40 years, but Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this
But
morning.
the bullet missed this time, and then I was nervous for Susan for their half of the episode.
I got it, Dan. I know what it is. Here's why the bullet missed.
Yes.
Because that guy, go back to the pier.
Remember, that's a grapefruit.
Right. Go back to Atlantic City.
We teach you how to make the apple bird.
This is the guy that's like got the last booth on the left. You know what I mean?
Am I right or wrong?
That everyone's like, I don't know, man. His approach is kind of off.
I know you're dying for a piece of this.
And he's just hammering it.
Why is he so close to everybody?
Shows up every day, and he's just like, he's still selling shit. That's who that guy is. It has to be. You know what I mean?
What about it this way? What if he was from the pier and was good on the pier by himself, and then they pair him up with somebody who's a TV personality and it just doesn't do?
Television personality Susan Crenshaw.
That could be it too. I think that could definitely be it because the production of this one is gonzo.
I am the Gonzo.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know?
Yeah. Why do you need 4 pitch people?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the weirdest thing because the product itself is simple.
Sounds like it's easy.
It's a pan.
Yeah.
I think I might be able to help with the pan-pam dilemma.
It's a set of stackable, unbreakable pans
Sure.
Infinivon.
that are supposed to replace an entire kitchen staff, potentially Freddy Kitchens.
Help me, I'm shrinking.
And why they're so amazing, other than the fact that they're dangerously stacked on one burner.
The entire meal was cooked on a single burner on the stove.
I'll tell you a little secret. Why don't you come in close?
Can I show you something
I'm
here?
gonna tell you a little secret about something I like to call in a bond.
Oh, what is that?
Powder course. What's that?
Okay, 7 layers. No, not 6.
Vitality 7-step Infinivon nonstick coating.
7.
Aluminum?
First.
The aluminum?
Oh, it's ridiculous. you fucking child.
I mean, I'm just asking. I'm just not sure. I mean,
Can we just mute Dave for a bit? It's really fucking important, okay? First, it's liquefied stainless steel.
Liquefied stainless steel.
That's good.
And that sprayed over stainless steel pan shell.
The stainless steel pan shell.
This special process creates peaks and valleys that are permanently integrated into the pan.
We go out into the mountains in the fall in Virginia.
You know what that does?
You gonna tell us?
That forms a rugged plane for that non-stick coating.
Now, we've all heard about the swing plane hundreds, if not thousands of times, right?
You want that. Next, 1 separate coat? No. 2 separate layers of non-stick coating are applied and cured. The non-stick coating is now forged with strong stainless steel, brother, to form an enduring bond.
And that's important to me.
And then a special sealer is added, ensuring a permanent finish. And the result is Infinibond.
Gimme!
So it's magical.
It looks magic.
But that's the fucking difference. Aluminum? Jesus. You see what they did to aluminum? He smashed it. Aluminum is a child's pan.
Peter Pan's got skis.
You see what Arnold did to aluminum? With a knife?
Yeah. We used to take and cut up a can to show you. They used to make these cans out of steel. Right now, they're making them out of aluminum.
They used to make these cans out of steel.
Buy loaves of meat.
All right.
Growing up, it has to be stainless steel. It needs 7 layers, 64 for it to count.
How many's out? 1.
1, 2,
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
3.
Here we go. 4. 5. Yes. I got.
But yeah, it's a simple product. The stacking thing seems like, I guess that's the only thing that made it an infomercial product, though, right? The fact that they're all right, you can stack it. Otherwise, it's just pans.
But they also didn't invent steam rising either. Like,
you don't know that.
That's a good point, Susan.
No.
Show me the paperwork.
You don't need to explain how it works. It's very, very
But
simple.
what about steaming vegetables, Jim?
No, and they didn't.
Yeah.
They just said they stack things. There was never. That's the problem.
Great point. Not only do they not need to,
They don't.
They cut out the middleman.
It's very it's top heavy.
An identical 5-pound roast.
It's like we got the stackable product.
The stack and rack system.
I think they just were like, it's a stackable cooking system, and they're like, awesome.
I'm not putting this in my system.
And I think a lot of those other meetings were just, maybe ignored or maybe cocaine.
I don't know if this is good for you, bad for you, whatever.
A little bit, where they're like, we're already getting paid. Don't worry about it. And it's like, who's getting paid? It's like, we are. This thing stacks, That's it. We got the Cleaver brothers coming in. They got the white bag.
Yeah.
You can put on freezer bags.
The whole thing, to your point, being off balanced is very fair. I mean, that was a question. I also had questions right at the top of the show, right? They come in and they're shown in one set of tuxedos, no coat, but a vest and a bow tie in a kitchen. And then they dissolve in from the audience pan and they're in a different kitchen in different tuxedos, this time with top coats and no bow tie. Then the Christopher Nolan infomercial, then an infomercial with Susan and Jimbo. But yeah, they tried to fucking rationalize that stacking as a positive. That was when I had to fold my cards and just ask, why?
Religion, greed, money, sex. But why? Why? Yeah, and as always, it's easy to dismiss this stuff as a joke, but we have to consider the whys of each show, and there are, like always, a lot of them. Guys, this product reads kind of like they took a 7th grade Slackers science fair project and took it to market.
The most versatile kitchen appliance on the market today.
Like,
because the steam. I get it now.
Immediately.
The scent is in the steam. That's very clever. I like that.
I like to imagine this kid, this kind of guy that was supposed to do the dishes, do a science project, and walk the dog all in the same hour before he was going to watch The Simpsons or something.
In a surprise move, O.J. Simpson has offered to give an interview to CNN.
Before he got his next Dewey.
As he's scrambling to finish said dishes, he sees a bunch of cruddy pots of pans stacked on top of each other.
The stack and rack system.
While the poor Labrador stares from the doorway and, like Archimedes said, Eureka!
Vodka. That's what they drink, isn't it?
The Vitality pan thing. Okay.
That means cooking an entire meal on one burner.
I guess the Cleaver brothers are entertaining, but like I said before, I think they were just eerier than they were charming.
Watch.
Double narrative doesn't work because it's lazy.
A nice cooking system.
Maybe if they kicked it back and forth, acknowledging each other, it could have saved something. Or maybe if Susan and Wilford Brimley got on stage with the Cleaver brothers, that could have salvaged some fun.
We got dressed for the show, reason. People call us Cheffindales.
But unfortunately, we were set to endure a really long kind of teleprompter show that was missing something.
And it's only taken 3,000 years to find it.
Guys, we kind of already covered this, but am I wrong?
Am I right or wrong?
The Cleaver brothers did not save the show on this one, did they?
No. Nothing saves the show on this one.
Not only can people save money, they can make money.
It's the simplest product we've ever seen.
Nothing is ever as simple as it sounds, is it?
And what they're like, we need 28 minutes of content. We might as well throw out 2 jamokes.
It's a lot of meatballs.
That is a lot
We
of.
might as well throw out a nice lady on there who you're going to smile when you see see her.
That's sweet.
Some weird guy.
Let's just ruin Susan Crenshaw's career. She's very nice. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's not trying hard the whole time because it doesn't need to.
It's not that hard.
I think you watch a Call Now bit, you know they stack.
The stack and rack system.
You know hot air rises.
A wisp of steam.
You know it's competing with all the different non-stick pans out there with
This is your typical collection of pots and pans that you might have at home.
7 different steps to make these things
Vitality 7-step Infinibond nonstick coating.
what they are, and you throw out these 2 guys and
And you got like the 1-2 punch.
it cooks faster, it cooks
It's still cooking.
more efficient.
All the same time on one burner, I save time and energy.
You save money. Like
How would you like to save time and money?
it's about as simple, I think, as we've seen.
Oh, that's so simple.
Yeah.
And part of it, to be positive about it, would be to shine some of that Stan Jacobs light on it. They didn't want to really tell any lies.
Let's play truth.
Right? He's like, we got to stick to the integrity of what can this shit actually do?
Cook entire dinners on one burner.
Because, all right, so we need a goofball.
Hey, Sarge!
We need goofballs to be goofballs.
We're the Clever Cleaver Brothers.
That's like what you would normally replace with this can do any and everything. So I'll have these guys do the normal things, but in a silly way.
An identical 5-pound roast.
And then, all right, and then there's the actual infomercial bit over there.
Wow, I'm actually shrinking.
You get to, your commercial, your call now bit.
This is the fat, oil, salts, and grease you consume in 1 year.
That's fine. And we filled it up. Good. Close enough.
Yeah, you might be right.
Oh, yeah.
But you needed someone with a little bit more Mick Hasty.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just be like, nah, it's not about stacking the pans. It's about, I don't even fucking know, because they're just pans, but like non-kitchen use case.
Imagine you've got a camper or an RV. This would be great.
Like anything else.
Yeah.
Is there a special food that you can make in these pans because you have all of them?
Yes, both.
Are there foods that are best served to like move pan to pan?
I'm the pan now.
Yes.
Like, I don't fucking
No, there is, because they
Right.
mention
I
it.
just did it right in front of you. What do you think?
They say you can make your entire meal, your entire dinner in one stackable system.
The entire meal was cooked on a single burner on the stove.
So do it.
I don't know how I could do this at home with any other machine.
They never did it. Like they
made roast
Cook a 5-pound roast
with those shit potatoes and those shit vegetables.
asparagus.
with all the trimming.
but they didn't take it from 0 to finished.
They didn't cut it open either.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't show you it being
No.
done. They're like, no, we get paid by the hour.
They didn't show you how to make dinner.
You'll love making homemade sausages.
Nobody ate.
No.
Eat up, guys. Tell me how good that is.
Yeah.
Did nobody have a bite in this whole thing?
No, and they didn't prep either. There's no prep either.
Whoa.
Susan did. She took a vegetable.
I'm going to cook 5 different vegetables all in the same pan.
Yeah.
Poor Susan.
That was it.
I think she faked it too.
This is good. You know what? My children would eat these vegetables.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
That was the only instruction when they steamed the vegetables.
If you cook all the vegetables at the same time, aren't they all going to end up just tasting the same?
But like if you're selling this thing as like the all-in-one dinner
The entire meal was cooked on a single burner on the stove.
like maker, then
Get the gorillas.
Yeah.
The hungriest gorillas.
yeah.
Right? They should have had a stove
Is that going to be a
Oh, it's
problem?
fine.
with 4 sets of these going.
Yeah.
And being like, man, you having a party?
But I'm gonna get this party rolling.
Listen, we know not everybody's going to order 4 sets.
I have 2 of them because most people will get 2 of them.
Like, and that's like the Mick Hasty thing, right?
Mick and Mimi's famous 15-minute party.
Where if you don't think about it while you're watching it until after the fact, where you're like, wait, who would have 14 magic bullets?
Who would steal 30 bag lunches?
You can't do all that shit. It's like, well, no, technically you can do all that shit. You just have to do it serially. You can parallelize it. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry to say, Graham.
But with this, they're just like, well, nice. People just order once. It's like they were too by the book,
No, the cookbook is free.
which is weird when you've got 2 fucking guys wearing tuxedos and doing awful impressions and accents where it's like, oh,
We got Cajun gumbo. That's sausage and shrimp with a red gumbo sauce, soup with wild rice.
yeah, you just kind of do whatever. It's like, well, then why don't you show us an Italian dinner?
Lemon pepper pasta.
Show us that gumbo and wild
Yep.
rice.
Yeah.
Gumbo.
They just had still cuts of each of those. Like, show all of it. Show us the pre-cut gems, baby.
Mhm.
They're not competing with Eric Theis's like bullshit gadget.
Are you serious?
They have settings for this and that, and
You know, I'm glad you said that.
like they're not trying
But
to.
Ronco existed,
That's a good point, Susan.
right? Like, this wasn't before gadgets existed.
They've been told that different type of gadgets are going to help them get in shape.
But I could tell you right now how to do Italian in this.
My family are Italians, so I'm going to buy a machine for them.
Are you?
I am. Yes, I am.
You boil the water in the bottom one.
Low country boil.
Put the spaghetti in there.
Hungarian paprika pasta.
The next one up there might be sausages.
Fresh salmon sausages.
And you do your saucepan of like tomato sauce up there and one of those.
A little basil.
And then you do some vegetables and you steam them in the top of that.
I don't eat meat.
I bet you there's no cookbook or learning curve of me having to figure out how to use it.
I teach martial arts.
And they also give you like a saute pan.
A small saute pan.
Spoiler alert, Barry Ozer.
I've been heavy all my life.
Which you can't stack.
You don't only have to do this on one burner either, right? Like there could have been just some practical application. Like, oh, you can just use this to cook like a person also if you felt like.
I'm going to cook 5 different vegetables all in the same pan.
Like you can bread your chicken, pound it out nice and flat. That's going to the saute pan. And look, the whole rest of your meal is right here in this stack. It's like, oh, even that's better because now I'm only using 2 burners instead of 4.
1101.
Because I guess that's a really valuable energy saver because just so much energy coming out of there. They save the planet.
I don't understand how you organize a meal like that. It doesn't make any sense.
And this way, everybody gets to eat at the same time.
I never liked that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've planted my flag there with definitely in the air fryer XL grill.
We have superheated cyclonic air.
Where it's always like the rule of strongest smell wins.
Smells so good in here, I guess the word got out.
I think still applies even if they're separated by pans.
You guys think so, don't you?
Because that steam's going to keep rolling up.
The rolling bowl.
Yeah.
And you can't cook fish. You don't just steam fish. Maybe that's why it was all gray. I don't know.
Fish pasta.
Summer fruit pasta.
Ooh, we're doing here with the fish pasta system.
French champagne pasta.
It felt like they should have just been like, are you tired of your foods and meats not all being the same shade of gray?
Audience, do you like stale, broken tortilla chips?
Maybe you haven't put enough water and steam into them.
Throw the broccoli away, drink the water.
Power steam froth.
And that'll be done.
The butter in the fishbowl was awesome.
Here's the butter.
I want a fishbowl full of butter,
Hey.
like Jim Scott had to demonstrate how much fat people cook.
I don't know,
was
man.
like-
I don't know about that one.
I was like, why do you have a fishbowl of butter in a man?
It was butter, salt, lard, cooking oil, and chicken skin.
It also does chicken.
Yeah.
All in one.
all the best things. If you just dumped all of that in a cast iron and just let it come up to temp, you just put that on anything. It'd be
It
so
would be.
fucking good.
That'd season it well.
They didn't use that example as something you would avoid.
Not anymore.
It was like assumed that you were supposed to avoid that.
He's like, people use this stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They're like, look how disgusting. It's like, why wouldn't you just say that?
Mhm.
If there was a component on this that drained out the fat and it was like, this is the amount.
I wasn't jiggling as much.
Right, like this is the amount. That would make sense. But
Yeah.
they just bring out a fucking fishbowl with butter and chicken skin in it.
Sauces, butter.
It was launched.
Right at it.
Made no sense.
ZARP, ZRP.
You could also present it differently, where you could have the fishbowl sitting there, and then you do the side-by-side road razor challenge,
You switch tools.
where you're cooking the meal.
The pressure cooker XL is part of my family.
And you say, well, here's where we would normally put in all this butter.
Hey.
Drop it in the bowl. We're keeping it clean because we're using the cooking system.
That's the whole system.
And they just stick to the cooking system. They drop the butter, man.
About a little butter while you're waiting there, man.
And then they come back, oh, it's time for that lard. No, not in my meal. You dump that in the bowl with all the other undesirables.
It's called a bun and thigh doer.
And then you've built up a cast system to go to your cooking system.
Become a doer today.
And then at the end, you've got that awful mess that you don't want to deal with.
Jenny, you're gonna love that.
But over here, you have Vitality. And
Watch.
oh, the name. Vitality?
Eh,
Feels like a fucking reach. I don't know.
yeah. I mean,
Unique.
I'll give it that just because every other one of these has a bad name.
You're right. This is a mess.
You're like, wait, what?
Power XL air fryer grill.
Why that one?
At least this had its own unique name to it.
Hi, what's your name?
Like it wasn't Ron Popeil's
John.
blah, 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 blah.
Hold it, Ron.
Ronco, blah, 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 blah.
And at Ronco.com, you can order the Showtime Rotisserie and
I
Barbecue.
don't think Ron ever did pans. I'm trying to think.
Remember, folks,
Because he did the dehydrator.
And I happen to love beef
He
jerky.
did the rotisserie.
just
He had the cutlery.
$840 of the finest stainless steel cutlery.
Is system just a replacement for pan?
I think I might be able to help with the pan-pam dilemma.
An infomercial?
Yeah.
I think when you get multiple pans that work together, they're allowed to call them a system.
System. You got a system to I cook got a steak. system.
But the perfect steak is just one pan.
No, don't remind me. It makes me feel really bad.
Well,
In a
actually,
pod, steak pod.
Steak pot.
No, it had a system though.
a steak pie.
Time, temperature, thickness. Guys?
3 T's.
Yeah. Stacking rack system.
I don't eat meat.
I've known you for a long time, Joyce. I know you don't, but how about
No, what this does at the beginning is brilliant. And this is all on second time watching it. And that's why my passion's here. One of the Cleaver brothers has the egg in the pan and he starts swirling it around. Basically, like,
Susan, if this was another cooking show about this point in time, I'd be sliding an egg around trying to show you that nothing sticks to our cookware.
yes, there's pans that just do this, but this is not what we're trying to sell you. Like, that's the gimmick shit. It's like, yeah, everything rolls around in the pan. It's like, this is not what it is. It's not this cheap pan. It's not this. And it is what it is.
It's what it is.
It's what it is.
What it is.
It's what it is.
It's what it is.
What it is.
It's what it is.
It's 3 new pans.
I got 3 full racks of ribs in there.
You can have in your kitchen.
Most people have very small kitchens.
Well, okay. All right. Well, let's head to the Ronnies.
We all know infomercials love to claim that the products they're pitching are award-winning. But let's not forget that they wouldn't have any of those imaginary awards without the hard work of the stars of these infomercials, and that's why each week, the boys hand out the Ronnies, their acknowledgement of the greatest moments of these informative and supposedly objective works of art. They're named in honor of the godfather and patron saint of TV pitchmen, me, Ron Popeil.
Let's kick it off with the Lynn Gerhardt
There's a treasure underneath.
Award for Best Value Proposition. And it's really kind of the cookware standards, right?
All right, Dano.
So our nominees are the health benefits. We're going health. We're doing here with the healthy system because we mentioned all the butter, lard, fat, flavor.
Here's the butter.
And chicken skin.
With gloves on.
I kind of wish they included the fishbowl so you could like also demonstrate it to your family, like how much healthier you're being. So one, you still spend the money on those things, or at least that's how you get rid of them out of your house is you transform through your new lifestyle. But, you know, you're doing it here with the fishbowl system.
It's just on top. The fishbowl sits on top of everything.
Can I show you something here?
Yeah.
The fat goes up.
Back fat and bat wings.
Cooks the fish in there.
Melts through your counter eventually. That's fine.
Countertop magician?
It's good for you.
I know everything that's in here, so it's all natural. It's very healthful.
Speed? I mean, I guess they're saying the speed was involved with the efficiency of, like, versus the conventional oven. That was the big thing, right? Where they talked about the roast was taking forever, Gomer Pyle.
It's still cooking.
Yes, but like, if you put foil on it, it'd cook faster too, right? Just because it's enclosed heating as opposed to it sitting in open air.
Mm-hmm.
So, easier cleanup.
No.
Is it easier?
Wrong.
No.
We're still using the same number of pans. That's where the ease of cleanup comes in, is when there's fewer pans, unless, which they didn't do, one of the classic John Parkin ones where we haven't covered as of yet, but like you ever seen the one where he cleans the pan with the feather duster? I think it was in Pitch People, when he does with Nancy.
Yeah.
He cooks with the pan and then just cleans it with a feather duster. That's how he's saying, like, this shit is that nonstick.
Yep.
They didn't, I mean, I guess the egg swirling.
They wiped it with the paper towel after they did something in there.
Paper towels to the rescue. Look quicker, picker upper.
Yeah, and there was nothing in it.
There was nothing on it. But
yeah, they went that route, but they lost focus because cocaine. But
They
anyway.
didn't commit. And then our final nominee is the transitive property cheaper. So this thing costs you $200 out of pocket.
18.
But they say that you're going to save so much on energy.
You'll cook with half the energy in half the time.
Only having to use one burner.
Think that's cool?
That you're going to make that money back in spades.
But Mike, not only can people save money, they can make money.
They're basically giving you free pans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, is there any value to it?
yeah, I mean, healthier, no.
That doesn't matter to someone as nice and slim as you. But what about people like me?
Didn't show that.
Well, it's a lot more than about being fast.
Faster, no, it's a pan.
This is a global pandemic.
Easier cleanup, no, it's a pan.
Now, look, let's start with the pan.
And you're just dirtying the bottoms.
The only thing I can think of is if you're able to find a recipe that you are, like I was saying, like boiling spaghetti and then heating up the sauce in the pan above it, and it does transfer the heat that way. If you could figure that out, yes, you are technically using 2 to 1 less burner. Yes, so you are saving energy by not using a burner, but it's a stretch.
We're teaching the muscles to condense.
Yeah,
I'm going with that one.
Well, and I'm sorry.
Let me ask you a personal question.
There's a nominee that we've omitted, and it is the durability.
Durable.
So this is the heart and the soul of the case of the Infinibond.
Infinibond.
And I don't know if you guys remember, they did the torture test.
Look at this torture test.
Where they scraped a metal spatula against it 90,000 times.
After 100 nickels being shaken around in it. Too.
Hey, I found a buffalo nickel.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
A metal spatula is scraped against Infinibond over 90,000 times.
Yeah, so if I can't be swayed either way, the durability of the Infinibond At least that was one thing that I felt like they took the time to sell me.
It is made out of fine surgical steel.
And I appreciate that now. I apologize for omitting it from the original selection.
We are deeply sorry.
Of nominees.
Sorry.
Mark, I don't know if that changes your opinion.
Yes, it does. That one's mine.
This one's mine. You can't have it.
Yeah.
See?
We're sorry.
All right, Dave. Now you try to sway us, son of a bitch.
Whoa!
I think that's the right pick.
That doesn't matter.
But for this particular,
It'll stay non-stick for a lifetime.
And that's important to me.
Guaranteed to never scratch chip.
yeah,
A lifetime guarantee.
$200 and you're done with pans for your life.
This will be the last putter you ever buy.
I feel like I'm the adult in the room
Shut up, Dave!
for like for the
Whoa!
for the boardroom
all
on
right.
this. Like I feel like somebody pitched me this product.
Sell me this fucking pen right here.
Me and Mark are like,
That's great.
They showed me this infomercial.
can you break another, can you smash another pan?
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. We're like,
I was like, guys, why are you making a building out of pants?
Why are you in a tuxedo?
And here's what I want them to do. Here's what I want them to do. So I abstain, but what I want them to do is, okay, let's have a base steaming pan. And then you put on top of that,
right.
like a steamer, like one of those light little, aerated steamers.
They send you a rack?
Yeah, but show us. They're not showing us how to do any of these things. Like, show us how to prepare a meal.
Want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Show us how to start from A, B, C to D.
That's working. Overtime.
And make a meal out of this thing. And then maybe we can sell it. But like the way it is now, fellas, it ain't happening. None of these get picked for me. I can't do it.
I will not do it, Master Bruce. I will not do it.
But if you're not going to use them, they'll last even longer.
2 lifetimes.
So I think that even bolsters the case.
I have one of the pans
Yeah.
that they're attacking in this infomercial. It's like I've had it for a decade. You know what I mean? It's like that. That's a great idea, but I don't know.
But you do have other pans.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
And if you just wanted 3 new pans and you're in the market, you might just be like, yeah, they stack if you want to use them, but
here's $200.
No.
They can just be pans.
No, because those pans are okay too.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Are you saying pan or pan?
I can't hear you.
Good housekeeping.
Yeah, no, I can't pick one. Can't do it.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I respect your right to abstain from this one, but yeah, it's all about that durability, babe.
Durable.
They're going to last you a lifetime. I appreciate that. There's something to be said about the consistency.
If I lose the vote,
You're losing me, my jury!
then my parting remarks are just make the infomercial about durability. Okay, guys? Just that's all you do. That's my last thing. And then I'm out of here and you can take my money.
Spending all that money at the fancy steakhouse.
It should have just been, you know what, Dave, you're absolutely right. It should have been the Cleaver Brothers versus the Pans, and then Susan and Jim in the kitchen.
Here's the butter.
Like the Cleaver Brothers should have just been trying to destroy them for their entire bit.
Look at this torture test.
Like, all right, me versus you. Who can break one first?
Yeah.
Oh my God, neither of us could damage one of these pans.
Hey, Sarge!
Totally right. Yep.
Boom. Back to Sue and Jim actually cooking.
I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Let's do it here with the fixing system.
Oh, yeah, guys. She's cooking.
Let's redo it. Yeah. Hey, listen, durability carries the day.
Look at this torture test.
Let's put it to the test. Let's give it a shot. Oh,
Is Infinibond. Liquefied stainless steel is a metal spatula is scraped against Infinibond over 90,000 times.
this is the last set of cookware you'll ever need.
Durable.
All right, so we'll head over to the Barry Ozer
If you want to see what 13 inches looks like,
Award for Best Piece of the Package. And Vitality Cookware System.
That's the whole
is
system.
comprised of the following. You'll receive a 6-quart pot, the family-sized 10-inch skillet. There's 3-quart sauce pot and 3 dual-action lids. You'll also receive, call now, a small saute pan, a separate rack, David, the Clever Cleaver Brothers cookbook, and the crème de la crème. Include a free 2-month membership to Dining a la carte. That's over a $512 value. Very specific. But you won't pay $500, not even $3. They come in at 5 payments of $49.95. And if you call right now, they'll make it for you, babe. $200. All of this can be yours because the price is right.
come on down!
I like the lids on these things.
The dual action lid.
Yeah, the lids were pretty good.
Not too bad.
You're a lid boy?
They had that thing,
The release.
the release you could do.
All Vitality Cookware comes with their own lids.
And then they did that thing when you flip them over.
Now we're going to put the lid on.
You can actually still hang them. They were like engineered in a way that they could still stick into the pan as if you want to hang them too. So I thought those were at least engineered correctly. But I gotta say, like, learning about this dining a la carte thing, this is pretty good.
Trial membership to Dining a la carte.
So, Mark, did you go into Dave Sandrini's research corner for dining a la carte? Would you care to educate us on what you discovered?
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah. Dining a la carte. I think it was like 2 months or something.
We'll also include a free 2-month membership to Dining a la carte.
Membership that you get this. But it's a 20% discount
2020.
on the entire bill up to a $600 single dinner check. Members of the program cannot receive more than one discount a month in a given restaurant, but they will receive monthly rebate checks.
Oh, you can use your checking account.
So it's basically like we're selling you pans, and then you can just go out to eat and take 20% off your bill, which is a pretty nice deal. If you're talking to $600,
Including booze and tip?
What about a bit of the hair of the dog that bit you?
That's pretty good. A $600 meal?
I never drilled down into the disclosures on that thing.
I'm going to take this electric drill and I'm going to put it right in the water. Are you crazy?
But yeah, 20% off of that's pretty nice.
Wow.
Yeah, even if it isn't booze, that's not bad.
Buys lunch.
But do the math, $600,
64.
20% discount. You do that twice a month.
And you got like the 1-2 punch.
How much have you saved?
How many eggs?
So it's $120 per sitting. You're saving $120 off of $600. So it's $240.
There you go.
You get $240, and then you just got.
And you will be some restaurant's favorite crew twice a month. Like, oh shit, they're here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
They gave it back to you right there.
We give you a donut hole cutter in every package.
Listen,
Hey.
this was going to be the first time that I picked the cookbook just because
Oh, it was going to happen?
it was going to happen. Yeah,
We
yeah.
missed
Whoa.
it. God damn it. Mark your goddamn research.
I know. It was an ironic buy.
Buys lunch.
And then I thought to myself, the lids are good. I wish I had a lid like that.
Every lid has a vent.
And then the a la carte came to me, and I thought, no, Mark is right. This is the only reason that you would ever buy this horrible cooking system is if you got a free card, there was a gimmick buy within it that was actually good value.
It covered the price. Yeah.
It has to be the a la carte. Yeah, has to be the a la carte.
Imagine if you were like, hey, we have a dinner next month with these other three couples. We're going to this place. It's gonna be all right. Well, that sounds like fun. No big deal. You see this commercial, then you're able to compute that on the fly, and you're like, oh, I just get these pans I get to try and smash with nickels and metal scrapers for free and stack them up and fuck with my family. That'll be fun. And then I get to be a hero at this somewhat awkward group dinner we're having.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in. Yeah.
It's a B2B. That's a build up to buy. That was the build up to buy right there.
Yeah.
Dining a la carte. That's like if Caitlin had this thing, I would make fun of it. Like she's a coupon kind of person. She'd be like, oh, we got this thing at this restaurant if you want to go. And I'm like, what is that? It's like, well, it's 20% off your bill, homie. And I'd be like,
how many push-ups you want to do here, pal?
Okay.
You're like, yeah, like what? Like at Applebee's? Like, no, it's like up to $600. What?
Any restaurant, they'll just rebate you.
Yeah. Shit. Well, then we're spending $600 at Applebee's. This is going to be disgusting. Yeah. We are getting diabetes tonight.
Can we party? Let's party.
All the energy you saved at your home got wasted in the microwaves at Applebee's that night. This had like 12 going at a time.
Yeah.
$600 worth of Anytizers. No, they're half price. No.
They were on their plugged in iPads while they were cooking.
They're like, we can't get you to $600. Like, we don't have anything else left. I gotta hit the max. Gotta hit it.
They're like, we'll let you take bottles of booze home.
They're like, you technically own this Applebee's now. This is incredible. Yeah. We can't believe you got it for $480. That's
you're terrible.
You're terrible.
It's like that for you. They give you a polo, black pants, and white socks, and like you're the manager now.
I'm the captain now.
You're here. You've done it.
Then he just throws like magic dust in the air and disappears, and he's like, "Woo!"
Your dining a la carte disappears in your hand as you get the keys to the Applebee's. Like,
Look at this. See the streamers?
Wow.
Gone.
what happened? I just wanted some pants. I didn't even want the fucking pants. I didn't even want them.
The boo box.
And then Dave's like, Caitlin, he's like, I told you this is a bad idea. I mean, all those risks being well considered, though, it's got to be the dining a la carte. Can't beat that. The deal is the deal. It's definitely the highest upside value of an add-on that we've ever seen. Let's join. You guys want to join dining a la carte? I'm in. Let's
Doesn't exist anymore. No way.
Plus, as our gift to you, we'll also include a free 2-month membership to Dining a la carte. Perfect for those times when you want to eat out. You'll automatically save 20% off your total restaurant bill, including tips and tax. And it's your secret.
Alrighty. And it's time for the Dan Sturdivant Award for Best Accent or Bad Impression? Fuck you guys.
All right, Dano.
Oh boy.
All right, so from now on, I'm not sharing the pen for the Ronnie categories. Dicks. All right, so it looks like we're focusing on the misfire that takes place at about the 17-minute mark when the Clever Cleavers are describing some of their quick and healthy dishes that you can easily prepare in the Vitality Cookware. They start things off with, and you're talking 1996, pop culture.
Olympics.
There's a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes.
Gomer Pyle.
Hey, Sarge.
Gomer Pyle.
Hey, Sarge.
N64.
64.
That's very clever. I like that.
The Dirty Bird. How about the Dirty Bird or something?
Jamal Anderson has his Dirty Bird working.
98.
Proving a point, you don't have to celebrate, Frank.
Yeah, they're excellent pop culture reference of Gomer Pyle and Sergeant Carter with their bit from the 60s.
It's still cooking.
The goddamn gumbo. He's like, oh, we got the gumbo from Louisiana, so rice.
We got Cajun gumbo. That's sausage and shrimp and a red gumbo sauce, soup with white rice.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like that. I'm sorry. You guys are dicks.
Yeah.
He has home on the range chili with Southwest stuffed cabbage.
How about some home on the range chili?
Yeah, we got some Southwestern stuffed cabbage.
And that's the accent he did. So that's the accent I'm doing. Is there a Southwest accent? I associate Southwest with like New Mexico.
And New Mexico.
Arizona.
And Arizona.
Is that a fair assessment? We're not thinking Texas, right? Texas isn't Southwest, is it?
No, definitely not.
No.
Texas is Texas.
Texas is Texas.
I'm a guy from Texas.
It's the second biggest country in this country.
They think it's Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't get that. I don't know. It's a reach, and the bit was bad.
And I got a bad
Oh, here's a nice healthy dish for you. The Clever Cleaver Cherries Jubilee.
Clever Cleaver, Cherries Jubilee.
And this one, the accent they did was...
Was that an accent, though?
No.
Yeah, they did an accent. 2 guys from Providence was the accent they did for that.
Hey, you fellas come from Providence?
It's really good.
Okay.
And then the last nominee is Gomer Pyle Part 2, where after they share those 3 recipes, they go back to the oven and surprise the roast isn't done. But he extra hams up his Gomer Pyle for this one, so it's still not done, Sarge, or whatever.
Gomer, how's that other roast cooking in the oven?
Shazam, Sarge, it's still cooking.
The best bad impression, though, as a fellow bad impressionist, acclaimed bad impressionist, was the Cajun accent, because it was the closest thing to an actual accent they did.
Soup with white rice.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
Out of the menu they're making for us,
Just think of the meals you could prepare the Vitality way.
that was easily the best bad impression / accent. But sticking to the nature of my award,
I really want to eat
I
it.
think the spirit of it is really focused on not what they're talking about,
Is there a parrot in the house?
but how they talk about it.
Well, you got to look at this as not the best bad accent, but instead the one that if they watched this now, or like us, watched it now, is the one that they would regret the most.
Ah, Confucius say.
Right. and you
Cherries Jubilee. Yeah.
John Stamos.
to not no. Oh, really? You think so? I would have thought the Cajun accent.
We were in New Orleans on April 1st.
But yeah, the Cajun accent is definitely the most jarring
And the Kenning guy.
and the most offensive.
I said, no, just play goal line.
And if we're looking for a way to target these guys and get them canceled, that's the one you're picking.
It's not a Cajun accent. It's a Louisiana accent.
Ladies and gentlemen, straight from England.
Talking about Cajun food.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
But yeah, I think we got there from opposite sides of the tracks, Dave. So we're both riding the
Yeah.
occasion train. Mark, you're debunking the namesake, I guess.
No, maybe
But-
not. Maybe I was looking at it a different way, but
Now look at that.
Yeah, fucking grow up.
All right, Dan.
as a white guy
I've been a rich man.
from the north, nothing is funnier.
Jon Snow Wales alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna get political here.
Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is. I don't know.
Nothing makes me happier when seeing the other part of America, the southern white America, get made fun
Hey,
of.
when you're a star, they let you do it.
So if Cajun accent or Bo Riles
You guys think so, don't you?
or Southwest stuffed cabbage Arizona,
Here's the butter.
alt-right Arizona gets made fun of,
Is Gomer Pyle Southern?
Gomer.
probably. So yeah,
Sure.
I don't know.
like I'm saying, if they're white and they're southern and they're the other part of America, nothing's funnier.
And that's important to me.
Nothing's dumber.
Take a look at some of these charts.
Wait, which one won? The Cajun accent?
I don't. It doesn't.
Don't matter. None of this matters.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my award, so I give it to me and the Eric of the Tim and Eric for the Cajun accent. That's the winner of the Dan Sturdivant Award for Best Bad Accent or Impression. Congrats to both of us.
We got Cajun gumbo, that's sausage and shrimp with a red gumbo sauce, soup with wild rice, soup with wild rice, soup with wild rice, soup with wild rice, wild rice.
The Cleaver Brothers.
Yeah.
WWE tag team.
Wrestling buddies want to be your buddy.
I mean, they're a wrestling team, these guys.
They're the Holly brothers. Yeah.
They're the Bash Brothers.
I meant Dudley. So.
Bubba Ray Dudley! Demon Dudley! The Dudley boys are back!
I always like creative control.
Gerald Fitzpatrick and Patrick Fitzgerald created control.
WCW. They're just these
Oh,
two
yeah.
gigantic bald dudes in suits.
Yeah.
I don't know. The simplicity along with the pun.
The only way these guys get away with how weird they are
got dressed for the show, Regis. People call us Chef and Dales.
is if they're phenomenal in the ring.
Now, we don't use the ring.
You know, that was what my imagination had to do to stay interested in this infomercial.
Phenomenal in the ring and like really funny off to the side. Like they have to have something else too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we circled back to these guys because they're described via incredibly outdated mashups. And here are some of the ones that populate their bio page. So it goes. Imagine cloning Julia Childs
Hello, this is Julia Child.
with Roseanne.
Yeah, Trump totally stole my ass.
Paul Prudhomme
Makes the juices run in my mouth.
with Dom DeLuise.
Hello. Remember me? I'm a personal friend of John's.
Or Justin Wilson.
Hello there, I'm Justin Wilson.
Jeff Foxworthy.
You might be a redneck.
Summing up the clever Cleaver brothers, one reviewer said, they're the Martin and Lewis of Munchies, the Rowan and Martin of Recipes, and the Abbott and Costello of a la carte. They're stand-up chefs who consider themselves, well, comic Cuisinarts. They're punny guys who probably have too much time.
Jesus Christ.
Leave it to Cleaver. They obviously wrote that. Like, there's
Yes.
no way that anyone other than the two of them wrote exactly that because technically they are one reviewer. It's the most obviously self-aggrandizing description of what you hope people think about you.
Yeah.
So the fucked up thing is I'm gonna rewatch this.
Ugh.
I know.
Yeah.
Dave, it's one of those things where it doesn't usually happen this way where you're out and Mark and I are still somehow in on the infomercial itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think because you do value the product in some of it,
Yeah.
maybe more than we do. But I guess the things that I enjoyed about the fucked up nature of the production, the show within the show thing without the banner. So another thing they could have done that would have been great is if they had it all under the umbrella. So a couple things. One would have been the umbrella of welcome to whatever cooking system week.
Today on Better Golf.
And basically you treat it like a kid's show where you have two 15-minute episodes that run within the same 30-minute time block. So you can kind of have like episode 1 is the Clever Cleaver Brothers with the Vitality Cookware. And episode 2 is Sue and Jim cooking in Dinah. And just like have something different where it's like, okay, so it's like within the box of the framework of show. And one episode is these guys selling this thing. This episode is them selling this thing. So it's still split. It would just be an edit, right? They didn't shoot these things together. There's no interplay or interaction. So they could like cut it differently and make it feel like 2 short episodes of a cooking show. The middle part's an elongated call now bit. And I feel like that would actually make it move a little bit better. Head-to-head competition would have been great.
You can still write it. Like, you can still write in that you're speaking to somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's always how these things get developed.
Dave, would you buy it?
No.
What if dining a la carte was still in business? And we wanted to have the B+ banquet shortly thereafter.
Only if we were on the group text and you guys were like, if you buy this thing, you seriously get this credit.
Wedding gift? Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your wedding gifts from Mark and I are going to suck.
Yeah.
They're going to be expensive, but you're not going to like any of it.
You're not going to be able to see over it.
I'm not replacing my pans with this, but if I need new pans, I'd consider it.
Yeah. Ugh. Would you smash your old pans? Or try to? I have an old skillet I got to smash. I did actually recently just replace all of mine. These pans are good. You know why they're good? Because they're new. New pans are great. I'm just like, all right. I'm like watching the clock every time I cook on them.
Do the nickel test in them.
The Nickelback test.
Never made it as a wise pan. Yes. Yes. You're not going to get any better than that.
You look so much cuter with something in your mouth.
With stacking on your pants.
Oh, you want to hear some rock and roll? You want to go home?
Have we got any Nickelback fans in Portugal?
All right, it's up to you.
Are you sure?
Speaking of Nichols, yeah, I think the Cleaver brothers have been to multiple Nickelback shows.
How the hell do we wind up just like a paperback novel?
Guys, Patreon exclusives, check out our Nickelback episode. But that's it. I'm out of here. Trying to get some swim oil. Good night, kids. Have fun to your apartments. Bye.
Bada bing, bada boom. Best wishes and great dishes with Vitality.
Thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, or follow on your preferred podcast medium. And for all things Call Now, visit callnowpodcast.com. And if you want to connect with the boys, you can find them at Call Now Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, or send them an email at callnowpodcast@gmail.com. And if you can't fight the urge to pick up the phone and call now, you can leave them a voice message at 617-356-7439. If you call in the next 30 minutes, you might just be the next star of Call Now. Thanks again for listening. We hope you tune in next time to Call Now.
Thank you for listening. This has been a B+ effort. We'll try harder next time.